Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Welcome back to Living Local Carolina, everyone. Today I'm in Pawleys Island and I'm at All Fired Up Studios and I'm joined by Carla, the owner. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Good.
There's so much to see here. I am so excited for you to tell me all about you guys and what you have to offer here.
Yeah, so we are a paint your own pottery studio. How that works is somebody would come in, we don't take appointments, you just come in, find a piece of pottery that you like, plenty of painted samples to give you some ideas, but you pick a plain white piece of pottery and then you sit down with the color chart, you pick your colors. I go ahead and get you the correct brushes and then we'll show you the application of glaze and then you paint your own pottery. You leave it with me for a week, I clear glaze it and fire it in my kilns and you can pick it up in a week.
See, this is why we have to have the expert here, because I think that if I tried to do any sort of design on my own, I would just get overwhelmed. So you help people, kind of design what they want to have on
Absolutely.
it too, right?
I offer as much or as little assistance as somebody wants. So I can hold your hand. I can give you lots of design ideas. We have so many resources to help you create beautiful stuff. We have screen prints, crystal glazes, all different pottery glazes. So I can go over that with you and help you find something you like and then show you how to apply it. Or sometimes we have people that put their earbuds in and don't want to know anything, and that's fine too. That's their whole thing and they just want to paint. That's fine. So I'm here to assist or not.
It's very therapeutic, I think, too.
Yeah.
I mean, is this your background? I mean, did you always want to do this?
I've been doing this for 15 years.
Wow.
So now it's my background, but prior to that, it was never my background.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you always love art?
Yes, I have a design degree, but not necessarily art per se, but so that kind of transferred over when I decided to do this. Like I felt comfortable with color and application. But I too had to learn about the products, and so I went to some classes and so on until I became comfortable and then just self-taught after that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of classes, you guys actually offer classes here to make your own pottery as well.
Yes, we do.
It's a little more involved though if you want to do that.
Well, we have two types of classes. We have a
Okay.
beginner to try it, a one-time wheel class for beginners. And everybody, we've been doing it for 2 years now, but everybody walks away with a bowl. So there have been no failures. So
That's good.
big pressure. But everybody makes a bowl or a plate. They make something, and it's a great class. Everybody loves it. So they can learn how to throw the clay on the wheel, center the clay, pull the walls up. They'll learn all the technique, the jargon, and they will make a piece of pottery. And then they can come back in a week or so and they can glaze it. So
Which
that's
is
included
fun,
in the
too.
class.
I love
Yes,
that.
yes, absolutely fun. So it's been very successful and people really do love it. And then if they want to continue, and most of them do, then we offer extended course. We have a 2-week course, a 3-week course, a 5-week course, depending. So,
Wow, that's
yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have that available too.
Awesome. Do you guys do any parties as well, like for kids and stuff?
Yeah,
or how
we
young
do.
do you start with the painting?
Doesn't matter. We get infants
okay.
in here for handprints and
Little
footprints.
baby feet.
Yeah. But so there's no age limit. And we do parties.
Awesome.
We can do birthday parties. And we offer the whole studio for birthday parties. We used to do them in that room, but no more. Now we offer the whole studio, and so they can bring more people. So yeah, we do that.
Love it. Okay, well, if someone's watching right now and they want to come out and see you guys and paint something or learn how to do pottery on their own, how can they do that?
They can either just walk in and check it out. It's a very welcoming and friendly place. So
Oh, yeah.
the intimidation factor could be tiny when they first set foot in because they'll walk in and go, I'm not artistic. You don't have to be. You just have to dip your brush in the glaze and apply it. That's
that
what's
simple,
involved. So they can just come in and check it out. They can ask questions. They can call. They can email. They can message on social media.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? When did you start painting? The whole story.
I have lived in Robeson County my whole life, and I credit my mother for my painting interest because she used to buy me paint by numbers. That's how I got started, believe it or not. It was Dr. Seuss paper dolls and paint by numbers, and that's how my art was started, and that's I never stopped.
Yeah. And where would you think you draw the most inspiration?
Oh, creation. Creation. God's world is so beautiful, and He inspires me. So.
Yeah, I can see you use a lot of I'm not a painter myself, so I probably don't even know the right verbiage for this, but you paint a lot of light. You can definitely see, working with light in your paintings, and I think it's so cool.
I love that. The painting light is my favorite thing. So I don't always get it, but I try. But I have lots of inspiration here at home. I live on a pond, and we have ducks and birds and the whole thing, the whole farm thing. So I'm pretty inspired here at home.
What kind of painting do you do? I know it's not watercolor, right? What do you use?
I would love to learn watercolor and plan to, but I am not good at watercolor, and I use oils, acrylics, pen and ink a lot, some colored pencil, mostly oils. The ones I've sold have almost exclusively been oils.
Very cool. Was there a moment after you've been painting for some time where you thought, wow, okay, maybe I'm pretty good at this. This could, this could be a thing for me?
Yes, but I always am very critical. I'm never satisfied. But at the same time, it's such a joy to do that it keeps me going anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, tell me where people can learn more about your art and purchase your art. There's a show coming up, right?
Several.
Wow.
In Robeson County is a great place for art right now because there are lots of wonderful galleries that are very busy. The Robeson Art Guild, I won first place at that show there that's still open. And Robeson County Arts Council is a wonderful place, very active. Inner Peace Gallery in Lumberton with Melvin Morris. Red Springs Art Space with Jeff and Irina Geller. All those places have shows coming up, and I try to participate in all of those. But I guess my heart is with the Carolinas Art Guild in Dillon. We have a fundraiser every year. It's Pause for the Arts, and it's a Humane Society of Dillon County fundraiser. And artists can sell their work there. So maybe we'll have that again in September, hopefully. I've sold several pieces there. I have really good luck there, and it's a good time.
That is awesome. Was there anything else that you want to mention about your painting or art or, yourself in general that you think people should know?
The most exciting thing that I've done in a long time was illustrate a book for my sister. She's a wonderful writer, and she wrote a book called Bunnies, Birds, and Puppy Tales. I have a copy always by my side. She wrote the book, I illustrated it, and we've had such fun with it. And those can be purchased on Amazon or through me mostly if you want a signed copy by her.
So cool. So definitely check it out. What was the title and the author for Amazon?
Bunnies, Birds, and Puppy Tales, and her name is Teresa Watts. It was very special, and she's written lots of things, but that's the first one she's published, so I'm excited to work on another one.
Well, good stuff. I appreciate you sitting down to talk with me.
I appreciate your asking me.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by J&K Home Furnishings.
Welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I'm at J&K Home Furnishings, back with my friend John, and we're talking about a Memorial Day sale, John.
That's right. We're excited to
Right?
have y'all back. This is our biggest sale out of the year. We have 30 to 75% off most goods, and then we're paying your sales tax. So that adds up.
It really does. There's some great savings in store, but what can people really expect to save on?
Well, like for example, what we're standing here with is a wonderful motion group in a Oslo sapphire blue. It is so rich and it's so comfortable, and it's what we call a 2P, which means it reclines, but you can also adjust your headrest independently. Get that right pitch if you're watching TV, if you're reading a book, if you're just lounging and talking, or if you really want to go all the way back and take a nap, you can get the perfect angle. So we have this starting at $19.99 in the sofa, and then we also have the sectional in $42.99. So we can really work with any room or space, and you can get that comfort level when you get the savings of that discount. And then you get essentially free tax on top of that.
Yeah.
That's some mega savings for your wallet.
And it's great too to be able to come in here and actually test it out and see
Oh,
how it
yes.
feels, lay back in it.
That's what I was
relax,
telling you. When we go to the furniture market, we test all this stuff out for our customers. So we give it the full test, and we want you to come in and give it the full test.
Love it. So we have the sectionals and the couches like this, but what else is going on?
Well, everything is on sale. So we have a wonderful new group called Echo Isles, and it is a whole home collection. Bedroom, dining room, 2 different dining room options, and then you have occasional end tables as well. It's done in a beautiful 2-tone finish, a wood finish top with a distressed white on the base, and gorgeous hardware. I would really come in and see it.
I love it. Well, where can people come in and find you guys?
Go to our website, www.jkhomefurnishings.com, hit locations. It will show you all of our 7 locations, and come in, test it out, capitalize on our sale.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by J&K Home Furnishings. This portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Long Law Firm.
Thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today I am with John Long from Law Firm. We're talking about probate.
Right.
We're getting back to basics here, right?
That's right.
What is probate, and do people go through it? How does that work?
So the term probate is thrown around a lot. You know, I got a probate. So what that means is there's an office in the government, in the county government, that's responsible for essentially saying when somebody passes away and there's an asset or a liability just in that person's name, then that asset or liability has to go through the county office to determine now who's responsible for that asset or that liability.
Okay.
So let's say, for example, I die. It's easy for me to talk about my demise rather than other people, right? Sure. So let's say I have a truck and a house when I die. Well, that truck and that house, they have to go through probate, because the probate office is responsible for saying, all right, John did own that vehicle, he's dead now. So now, who owns that vehicle? Or let's say I die and I have a credit card balance of $2,000. Who's responsible for that? Probate assigns that liability to someone, my estate.
Okay.
That's probate. It's not required that you have to go through probate.
Okay.
There are ways to avoid probate. The people in the probate office are very nice people, but if we can avoid dealing with the government, that's best.
Okay.
Right? So I can talk about different ways to avoid probate, such as a revocable trust, life insurance beneficiaries, retirement beneficiaries. There are a lot of ways that we can avoid probate. You're not required to go through it.
All right, a lot to think about. If somebody wants to learn more information or get in contact with you at Long Law Firm, how can they do that?
You can give us a call at 843-488-2810, or you can find us on the web at longlawconway.com.
This portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Long Law Firm.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, I am so excited to be back in the kitchen today, and I'm joined by Chef Melinda. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be back.
Let's jump right on into it.
Wonderful.
What do you have for me today?
I have my best seller for you today. Even though with my layer cakes, the red velvet cake with cream cheese icing, it is the all-time best seller when I'm at shows. But for regular family events, it is the butter pound cake, the old-fashioned Southern butter pound cake.
I love a pound cake.
Yes, so I couldn't understand why I wouldn't be making very elaborate desserts, and people would be sitting there, you know, conversating, and then they would say, "What are you baking today?" And I'm like, "Just a vanilla pound cake." But that would be the sensation for them, is the smell of that butter pound cake, and bringing back old-fashioned memories, I think is another reason why they just loved it.
It's just gorgeous.
So I made this last night, and I made sure that it was in servable sizes, so that it can hold whatever your topping is. So you don't want to cut it thin when you're going to put some really good stuff on it. So I'm going to serve up the first piece, and this is so versatile. You can serve it with any fruit topping that you would like, any ice cream, Cool Whip, but I'm going to do two things. I'm going to put fresh strawberries and some Cool Whip on them. So I'm going to take my little
We've got
utensils.
some cute tongs. Yes. We've got some cute little forks. She came prepared.
Love, love, love to serve, love to entertain. I think that's where my love of baking comes from, is loving to see the look on people's faces when they taste it for the first time. So here,
it's a love language, you know, like acts of service. I think that kind of falls into cooking.
It really does.
Maybe a little gifts too.
Yes, yes, these are perfect gifts. When I was a teenager and my budget was very limited, this was my best seller, was to put these in beautiful little cellophane bags and twist ties, you know, with whatever occasion it was, whether it was Valentine's Day or Christmas.
It's perfect for that.
Perfect. So as you can see, they
those are some gorgeous.
Are gorgeous. I was like, oh my goodness, this late in the season.
I know too.
Yes, I was so glad to be able to get these. So I'm going to put the
good.
first one together. We're going to get our Ready Whip together here.
Not sponsored, but sponsored by Ready Whip.
Yes. So normally I would make this homemade. My children have gotten so spoiled once I realized that you can make this homemade, and it's so much better.
Of course.
She's addicted to it, I must say. Any dessert that has the homemade whipped topping in it,
it's so good.
she's like, excuse me, may I have? Mom, please, can you save me some? So here is the very first bite for you.
Here's the verdict.
Yes. Wait to see what you think.
I want to get a little bit of everything in
you have
this
to.
bite,
Yes.
so.
It's delicious. Even for breakfast.
That's money right there.
I'm just gonna serve.
You know how to make a pound cake, I'll tell you that.
Thank you so much.
My goodness.
Like I said, since I was 9, you know, just all of a sudden one day they asked me to make the family birthday cake from a box. And everybody would say, oh my gosh, this can't be from a box. Absolutely, it's not. And I was like, it is though. And they said, well, what's the secret? I'm like, I don't know. I just go by the box. But they were like, no, you're doing something different.
Yeah, you just have a gift, I guess.
It was just the gift coming forth.
Yeah.
And so from there, you know, just a little bit more. From there, of course, the question was, how are you going to start making homemade? And what are you going to make? And so that's where the challenges came in.
Oh, yeah.
So they just start challenging me, and I just kept going.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.